Hello. We're making a video. It's already 7:38 p.m. But the sun is going down later now because we're in June. And I need to warn people. I'm sorry to say it, but I have to. I already observed a bunch of stuff. And so what I see is that the corporate agenda, obviously, they'll do anything to prevent Donald Trump from getting reelected because they're terrified of him, because Donald Trump is going to unravel and blow the whistle on the entire corporate agenda, okay, including the empty money. Every piece of money is an IOU that is not even backed up by anything. Okay, that's why it's empty money. It is a debt without any collateral, okay, without any equity connected to it, and he would, at the end of his 4 years, probably, because that's a big endeavor, he will probably blow this whole thing wide open, okay? And with that also, of course, facilitate and help Elon Musk to create Dogecoin, okay, so which I think will be our next and our final currency, and that will be an internet currency, because whatever Elon Musk creates, I trust, okay, so because the corporate agenda and their criminals, okay, like the Rothschilds and ExxonMobil and Boeing and Eli Lilly, Farmer and Bayer. Okay, so Bayer inherited the entire criminal corporation from Monsanto. It's one and the same thing, and it's not going to be cleaned up. It's going to be just continued in the same criminal way, because the pharma industry, that's what the character is, of the pharma industry. The pharma industry is about poisoning people and cashing in. They're not about helping people heal. Okay? So just like a drug mafia ring in the same way, okay, drug pushers in the same way. They make physicians into drug pushers. That's the only difference, and it is socially accepted. It's the same thing. Okay, they make people sick, not well. And all of these things that will one by one be taken on, and of course the corporate agenda doesn't want that to happen. They are terrified of Elon Musk and Donald Trump, who would take them on and who would clean all of that shit up. So the corporate agenda was their corporate hand-washing, corruption, conglomeration establishment. Okay, they will do corporate hand-washing, and they will help each other in a very corrupt way to make the world suffer. And they do everything. They have summit meetings, they have players behind the scenes, and they will figure out a way. They will always figure out a way to prevent someone like Donald Trump from stepping in. So Donald Trump is also very, very smart. He also plays 100 chess moves ahead. The difference is that Donald Trump is one person, and the corporate agenda consists of thousands and thousands of people that are basically sitting together at the other end of the chess game. So that's like thousands and thousands of conniving brains, smart but conniving but callous brains that are acting as one unit, going against the one courageous politician who has extreme genius IQ and extreme compassion. So it's like alone against the mafia. That's what Donald Trump is taking on. Okay? And it's not easy for him because of this. I mean, he has his hands full with this. So how can he, how can he even, I wonder how can he even have any kind of personal life going on anymore, with helping, with enjoying life, He's like, that's his full-time life now. Always has been, but now, because the corporate agenda is going against him, like extreme, he has to have bodyguards all the time. He is constantly on guard, because there are constantly people after him that want to kill him. Elon Musk is going through the same thing, okay, because he too is compassionate and a genius, okay. So that's what the corporate agenda fears the most. Compassionate geniuses that figure out what these corrupt corporations are doing, and that will blow this wide open, and that will clean the house, okay, and prevent these corporations from doing further harming of the world, okay, corrupting, exploiting, and damaging the planet, and so on. And this is a worldwide corruption ring, not just pertaining to this country. Obviously, the corporate agenda has their dirty hands in everything. They have their dirty connections to other dirty, corrupt people worldwide, and to China too. They even, the real corrupt people, they even work with Kim Jong-un. They have Kim Jong-un, because of that extreme dictatorship. He has a prison camp that is so, this is so horrific. I saw a documentary film on this, that this can't even be described in words. Like a concentration camp of unimaginable horror, like much worse than the Holocaust, much worse than the Hitler regime. You have no idea. There was one guy who escaped from that prison, and he told this story. It's a horror. It's depressing. It gave me nightmares. Okay, it's real hard to see these kind of things, that those kind of things exist to this day on this planet. But the corporate agenda, they welcome these exploitation based merchandise items. They give these people nothing. They give these people a little bit food, not even enough to sustain their life, just barely enough so that they don't die. That's what they do in those concentration camps. And they beat them if they don't do their work, and it's really horrific. And the corporate agenda, they're only interested in getting the merchandise for a lower price. That's all they're interested in. The Chinese corporate agenda, that's all they're interested in. Okay, that's why the Chinese government, and it's always vested interest, those kind of people getting into the governments. So, and that's why China keeps this bondage, keeps this keeps this connection, this bond going with North Korea. Okay. And I'm sure that the South Korean governments as well, and many governments that are probably profiting from this extreme dictatorship, and then to the outside world they'll denounce Kim Jong-un as how horrific and inhumane and so on. I don't use that word. They use that word, okay, because humane, as I said before, it comes from the word human, supposed to mean good and kind and giving. It's an oxymoron, that word. That means nothing, because the majority of people are not kind and good and giving, so they don't deserve to have a word in their name dedicated to them. Okay, so good, kind, and gentle is what it means, Maybe we should call it animane, because the animals are more on that level. Thank you, Blue God. 1111. The Blue God says spot on. The animals are that kind, giving, and gentle. Okay, so animane. But let's just call it what it is: kind, good, and gentle. That doesn't pertain to the majority of people, but they sure will use that word, humane. That's the Humane Society. They should change that name. That it's outdated. But yeah, that's what's going on. That they perpetuate these kind of things because it comes in handy for them financially. Okay, keep all of this in mind. And the entire corporate agenda is one big mafia. Okay, they also work with the mafia. That is, that is beyond the facade. That is in the underground functioning. Okay. Trust me, it's one big conglomeration. Just part of it is on the surface and the rest is underneath. So, like I said earlier to Paul, part of it is the facade, the tip of the iceberg. That's what we see. Okay, that's what it thinks it can show itself to look representable. Okay, and underneath is all that dirty stuff, the corruption and the horror, and it's unimaginable. Okay, and the greed and the butchering and the extortion and all of that. Okay. And that's the majority of humans that are willing to cater into this, because the quick money here or there, let's forget about what it does, what we're playing into. We get our quick money here and there. It's better than cleaning toilet at the Ritz-Carlton. No. Not true. Okay. So if you have no skills, okay, learn how to clean a toilet immaculately well. And you can work at the Ritz-Carlton and make some money doing that, And you have made your money in a very honest Philip Jones, okay. You gotta get a complete retraining here. Do I need to train you, Philip Jones? Let me take you by your collar here and drag you into a public toilet. Let's start at the airport. You have to wear a mask though, okay? And not the mask that you wear on the internet of 1,000 different accounts. No, the medical face mask. Because the germs in the public restroom, on the airport. But we're starting there because you probably don't believe it, but those restrooms are pretty clean. I've been on those. I also one time I could only find the male restroom. I went into the male restroom. There was nobody in there. I was glad. So, because the toilets then inside of the toilet rooms, they had not been used at all. So, and that's much better, because the women's restrooms, obviously, they had been used, but I still use that wax paper and all of this. But they were very clean. They were much cleaner because nobody used those. But yeah, so let's start there. They're already pretty clean. People have done a good job. So now I can train you how to clean a toilet inside out and upside down. And we are using, for that, we're using kaolin clay for that, because that's environmentally friendly and that's good for your skin also. But you should use gloves anyway. But it doesn't have fumes or anything. So if it gets on your skin, it's good for your skin. So you can put that also yeah, as a reward. You can use some clean kaolin clay afterwards and put it all over your face. Do a face mask for your skin, and then let that harden on your skin, and then wash it off, and then you have really rosy skin. Okay, so it's a healthy experience. The cleaning process, education at the LA airport. Okay, so that'll be something. And so once you have graduated from the master's degree at cleaning toilets, I will write a bio for you, and I will submit that with your signature to the Ritz-Carlton. We can take the one in Corpus Christi, where you're already located. You don't have to drive so far, And then you can go there every day, and you can clean, relatively clean toilets. So, because the people there at the Ritz-Carlton, they are a little bit more concerned about their hygiene. So they're not going to be... They wipe their ass carefully. They don't have any residue left on there. And they don't smear shit around. I mean, most people don't. Not at the Ritz-Carlton. So then you can clean the toilets there, and you are, for the first time in your life, you've done something honorable and honest and good, hard-working, sweating, doing a good job, coming home, feeling good about yourself. But the ego cannot allow that. The same with Paul, he didn't have to ruin his hearing. He ruined his hearing because he played drums as a job in LA. He didn't even make very much money. It's like he would make maximally $50 per night. And then $10 are already deducted from the gasoline and all of that to even drive back and forth to these places, to Rancho Cucamonga and back, and back to Marina del Rey. So I asked, so why would you do this? This doesn't even... because I don't know what else to do, and I liked drumming, but then he'll admit that it was terrible working with these people. It was stressful. He didn't like it. Most of the time in bars, and in the past they even smoked in there, and he smoked. Was hard for him to quit, and it was unhealthy. They were pushing alcohol on him, and it was an unhealthy experience. I mean, that was still not a criminal experience, but not a positive experience, right? An unpositive job. He could have cleaned the toilets at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel instead. Would have been so much better to do. I cleaned people's homes in LA about 2 to 3 times per week. I had 3 different ladies. They were also psychologists. I found them through SMC, where I went to school. I was studying psychology. And because I was studying psychology, I got these jobs because they were particularly requesting a psychology student. And that was a very, very good match because I loved working for these women, and they were amazing, and I had great conversations with them, and they were very interesting to hang out with. And I miss them very much. So, but it was a tedious job. I did this for like 2 years. I mean, tedious work. I don't think you can do this longer than 2 years. You know? I mean, it kind of gets a little bit annoying. I mean, even if you work for those ladies that are absolutely stellar, the best possible employer there is, that will cook for you and even all of that. But cleaning someone's house, like, all the time, over and over and over. You're not even cleaning your own house. You go home, you still have to clean your own house. So it's tedious. I won't deny that. So it's the truth. But that's a start in your life. And trust me, Tony Robbins, you know Tony Robbins. Everyone knows Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins started out like that. So he did that for a very long time. And he even cleaned very dirty toilets. So he was a janitor. I mean, like working, I don't know, cleaning toilets in restaurants and stuff like this. So that's hardcore, hard work. Okay. An honest, hard-working job. And then he went from there. He saved up some. You have to save your fucking money up, man. And you can't come with that argument, Philip Jones, who I argued was until I felt like punching him in the face, So you can't give me this shit and say people should just be given money, just like this. They should be given free money, right, all the time, and then let them do what they want to do with it. No. Okay? If people are given money from our tax money, that some people work their ass off for it, I mean, really hard work, and then that they see that tax money being routed into just squandering it, throwing it at people, and they squander it, and it's just a bottomless bucket, that you constantly pour into. No, I'm sorry, that's unacceptable. That does not go anywhere for the whole world. Okay? We can't just give people money and they spend it on alcohol, drugs, and hookers. That's not making the world a better place. If you're given money, you have to respect and honor that money. And you have to save that money. And you have to make something out of it. You have to have gratitude. That's really the bottom. That's the foundation of it. Gratitude. You need gratitude for that. And you need to save money. And you need to figure out ways. You need to do some research before you buy something. Not just buy some random shit, but research it. What are you buying? What are you paying for? What kind of corruption ring are you contributing to when you buy something? Think about that first. Okay? Become frugal and become more visionary about the future, what's going to happen to this planet. Okay? And quit eating cows and pigs. Just quit it. Okay? So that brings me to my own food, which I also wanted to briefly mention. Yes, the haters have monitored I already tried to make videos about this. I didn't like the videos, but I don't want to talk about this for very long. But yeah, I can't be a vegan. I can't be a vegetarian. I tried, honestly tried. I can't. I have to eat a little bit chicken and a little bit turkey. And I try to keep this to a minimum with the turkey and chicken intake. So I don't want to eat too much of that stuff. First of all, it's unethical. It's also unhealthy. Okay. But my body requires some meat. So that's just my own personal genetics. I'm German, and the Germans, obviously are in a very cold climate, and they have required that for energy. They evolved that way, and they eat a lot of meat in Germany. There's also, among the native Germans, there's a way higher percentage of vegetarians and vegans, because they really want to quit it. They want to because they care, but they can't really. I'm guessing this on other people, because if that's the case with my own genetics, then that's the case with their genetics as well. So my body requires a little bit meat, and that's what I have to do. I have no other choice. If I want to make it through existence and not have heart problems. I already started to have some heart problems. This is getting better now, okay? Because I went for like 3 months straight without any animal products. I have been, and then I did not feel good at all. I even felt like I was going crazy. So that my body needs this. My body needs the B vitamins. My body needs the minerals and the nutrients and the proteins, very specific proteins that are in that you obviously cannot find in other life forms like plants or, I don't know, mushrooms or sea algae or something. So I already take kelp seaweed. This is a vital nutrient. I highly recommend this to all dogs, animals, and humans. That keeps your teeth clean, and that prevents your teeth from getting cavities or any other tooth problem. Okay, it prevents any infection in your gums or teeth. It is unbelievably amazing. No dentist is going to tell you this, because the dentistry is the corporate agenda again. Okay, this is where this ties in. So yeah, I need a little bit of, I need about 2 turkey hot dogs twice a week. That's what I'm trying right now to see if this goes well. It seems like it is going pretty well. So, and if this is going well, I'm going to keep it at that. I don't want to eat too much. Every 3rd day or something, I have to have that. Okay. And I don't eat milk anymore. I don't drink milk. I don't eat dairy products anymore. I don't eat any more milk products. The other day I ate a yogurt, but I don't want to do this anymore. I really don't, because they tear the babies away from the mothers brutally, and this is unacceptable. Okay, we cannot possibly support something like this. So we don't have an ahimsa farm here. Ahimsa farms are very rare, where they don't tear the babies away from the mothers. So there are very few in the world. There's one in England that's amazing. They are sitting together with the cows, like I sit here with the baby dog. The cows are just like dogs. They will snuggle up to you, and they're happy, and that's how it should be. Okay, so and they need to have their babies with them. You can't just take a baby away from the mother. That's cruel. So Philip, whatever your name is, your actual name, I have no idea what your actual name is. I can't even guess. Okay. So, but whatever your name is, quit eating pigs and cows. Quit eating any mammals. You can stick to turkey and chicken, and that's it. And don't eat any more milk products. Okay. Very, very important. That's very important information. Maybe some eggs sometimes. Chicken eggs, not ostrich eggs. Some chicken eggs once in a while. That's okay. No. I'm just giving an overview on ethics here. Okay, so I can't make anyone do this. This is an appeal to the public. It's an appeal to you, to every single person, do it, live ethically, and we make this world into a better place. If everyone does it, we make this world into a paradise. But don't go by what other people do or not do. You cannot go by what other people do or not do. You can't go by other people ridiculing you or by other people just not doing it. Oh, they don't do it, so I don't have to. Yes, you do. You still have to. Okay? This is your responsibility. Every single person's responsibility to make this planet into a paradise. Okay? So if we want to eliminate suffering, that's what you have to do. And if you want suffering or if you don't care, then you're being very neurotic. There's something not right going there. Okay? And you need to recognize this. This is a pathology to not care about another living being. You have to become very, very crystal clear about this. You have to heal this. Okay, this is your responsibility to heal this. Each one of us. Okay, so what the corporate agenda are doing right now is they're recruiting Mathew McConartistry. That is, and I'm not even gonna. I have no idea how to spell that name. So from now on, I'm just gonna spell that name. Today I decided I'm gonna spell that name. Mathew McConartistry. Okay, that's how I'm going to call him from now on. Mathew McConartistry, because that's what he really is, Maybe not like some kind of street thug or something. No, he wouldn't get his hands dirty. He is a white-collar criminal. They recruited him now. The corporate agenda just recruited him now to start to appeal, sneakily, gradually appeal to the public. Appear here and there with a speech, and then even a little bit more. They always start early, 2 years before that. Before the actual campaign for presidents, okay? So they did the same with Barack Obama, Oh gosh, I see through all of this, Why are they recruiting Mathew McConartistry? Because they know that Biden and Harris have lost approval from the public. Okay, so people aren't interested in those anymore. So no, very few people now. It's dwindling. The number is dwindling. So they know they can't pull them on the public anymore. That won't work. No, they have extended their welcome by far. Okay, so. Who do we take? Are they thinking the corporate agenda? The backroom deal players. They go like this. Who do we take so that we can prep that person up to get the votes that would normally go to Donald Trump? So how can we take Donald Trump's votes, personal votes, away? They did it to Hillary Clinton before they did it to many people. So they did it to Al Gore. So, and they're getting better at their skill. They have market psychologists. They study people in depths. They study people's pushoverism, their fear of social rejection. They know everything inside out. They know you better than you know yourself. So the internet also made that possible, of course. But everything is yin and yang. The internet also gives people that are compassionate, like Sandy and myself and Donald Trump and Elon Musk, also an advantage. Okay, we also study people, we also pay attention, and we also think ahead in this. Okay, and that's why I'm making this video now, to warn people about Mathew McConaughey, because Mathew McConaughey, he's a very popular Hollywood actor. That's why they chose him, because they know the ladies have a crush on him. I never had, and never will, never had, ever, could never possibly have a crush on that guy. So, because I already see through this guy, but the majority of women seem to be kind of like really into this guy. And most people, they see someone like this and they go, oh, this is like, this is the upper class or something, the upper con artistry class, and they don't understand this is con artistry. Okay, so, but that's why I make these videos, to bring this to people's minds, to make this clear, to make people see. Okay, so they're letting him give presentations now. When I saw that, like in the Democratic Party, of course he's running under the Democratic Party, and he's going to be promising you a house and a Rolls Royce, just like Bernie Sanders promised. Bernie Sanders tried, but Bernie Sanders isn't good looking, and Bernie Sanders is old. And Bernie Sanders also has a short temper and gets mad, so that didn't work that well. Okay, Mathew McConaughey, on the other hand, is an actor. He knows how to present himself. He knows how to play something that he doesn't even feel. And he is, I don't know how old he is, in his 50s. And so, I mean, for the average woman, he's good looking. So, yeah, tall and all. He's played in sci-fi movies and so on. So, they know all of this. The corporate agenda, trust me, they know exactly what women want. They study women. They don't even know they're being studied. Okay. So they study women like test animals in a laboratory. You can do that on the internet. The haters are studying me. I don't know what they're getting from that, because I'm a total what's it called? Anomaly. Like, I'm an aberration. I am not the average person, obviously. I am not part of that mainstream graph in the coordinate system. I'm very different to society in the way I think and function. So hard to study me and fit me into any kind of group, right? So won't work. You can't manipulate me, so that won't work. They're afraid of people like that, that think outside of mainstream, because they can't manipulate them, and these people are also unpredictable for the corporate agenda. What if someone like this gains a following and then influences the people in a different way, away from the corporate agenda? So they're particularly afraid of people who could help people to gain confidence and empower themselves. The corporate agenda doesn't want anyone like me out there who actually helps people psychologically and gives them love and makes them feel more empowered. Because when people become more empowered, they're not gonna they're not going to give in to the corporate agenda that easily. They're not going to buy their drugs, whether they're under the table or over the table. Okay, they're not going to be as likely nitpicking in front of the mirror, ending up on an operation table with a plastic surgeon hovering over them. So, yeah, all of these things. They may not start taking drugs. They may not be buying some shit product to make them more beautiful or something. They may have gained more confidence, right? So, no, they want people to be enslaved and not confident. Okay? The corporate agenda wants to make the world bad and suffer. And the suffering and all of that is it's incidental, because their only agenda is money, is profit maximization. That's the only thing that they're interested in. They're not interested in anything else. They don't even care if their corruption that they're causing, all of this, the corporate hand washing and all of this, the vested interest in politics, they don't care if this even causes a massive domino effect, even a world war. They don't care. Okay, they are so fixated on money and profit. Bill Gates is a perfect example. They don't even care if this causes a world war. That's how fixated on money they are. They can't see at all into the future. It's infinitely sad. And Mathew McConartistry, he was already on Peter's red list, blacklist. They had a campaign several years ago to stop Mathew McConartistry from doing canned hunts on his property. He had bought a really large ranch, I don't know, with thousands of acres, and he bought animals who were, I don't know how they got those animals, but they bought, I don't know what kind of animals, wolves or something, and they released these animals onto his property, and then he had hunter friends, and they went out there and shot those animals. The animals couldn't even escape. That's why they call it canned hunt. When the animals are in a specific territory, released into a specific territory and then hunted down. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, it's a total atrocity. It's despicable. Okay. So just right there, here is who Mathew McConartistry is, for anyone who is not informed about this. Okay, now you are informed. Make informed and compassionate choices. Okay, that's all I can say to this. So don't buy into the corporate agendas, propagations, and propaganda of anyone that they are trying to prep up for running against Donald Trump. And I see it coming. Okay, Mathew McConartistry is going to be running under the Democratic Party for president in 2 years. Okay, so it's a nightmare. And if he wins, which I'm afraid there's a possibility that he could, if he wins, then he will continue the Biden administration. He will continue the Carter administration, for anyone who remembers what Carter did. Okay, but he will continue the Obama administration and the George W. Bush administration, but the Biden administration really takes the cake. So he will continue the Biden administration, sums all of these people up in one. He will continue the Biden-Harris administration, and He will just sign everything the corporate agenda lays out there for him. Okay. And together they are going to corrupt this country and the world. 4444, thank you, Blue God. The animals out there, the animal angels, fully agree with my statement. They say that is the truth. I'm talking about Mathew McConartistry and what he's done to animals. Naturally, the animal angels will give me a message, 4444, and say, this is spot on, what you're saying. Okay, so I take this very seriously. Okay. I feel very, very, very strongly about this. Not just feel, not just believe. I know 100%. Okay. So I had to talk about this. This is very important. Don't vote for anyone other than Donald Trump. Okay. Vote only for Donald Trump, because Donald Trump is the best president who has ever existed on this entire planet, in history, forever, and into the future. Okay, so that's the truth. And if Elon Musk would get politically involved, then there will be two: Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Okay. And maybe Donald Trump will take Elon Musk as vice president. Okay, so if that's possible, because Elon Musk, I don't know if he can run as vice president or not, because I don't know if he is if he has a US citizenship. So, or no, I think he has US citizenship, but he wasn't born in the United States. So he was born in South Africa and he's half Canadian. He has Canadian citizenship, South African citizenship, and I'm sure he has US citizenship, but I don't know if he can become vice president if he wasn't born in the United States. I'm not informed about this. I know that's the case for presidency, for sure, but maybe not for vice presidency. So that would be really ideal. It couldn't get any better. You have no idea. This cannot be any better than Donald Trump as president and Elon Musk vice president. You got the most supreme people there are on the whole planet for this precious, precious country, the United States. Okay, the United States that has been through so many corrupt people. So let's make the world better. It's up to you. Okay, I'm appealing to you to give your voice to those good people, and together with your voice, with all of your votes, okay, we get these people into office and they will help us heal these things. Okay, very, very important. Donald Trump and Elon Musk, they are the ones to heal the United States. Okay, peace and love.